Good morning. Day 18 on the PCT at mile marker 444.5, right outside Acton. It's about 20 after 6, and weather forecast said it was going to be about 34. Well, you can kind of see it definitely got below freezing, so I'll have to stop along the way and dry everything out, but time to get going. 6:40 in the morning, just broke camp. There's Josh's tent over there. He likes to sleep in, but when he gets going, he'll drop the hammer, and I'm sure he'll catch me in a couple miles. So frosty morning, starting with 4 layers. I'll peel it off, but it certainly is chilly, but thankfully not a cloud in the sky. There's Dagmar from Germany, 51 years old, marathon runner. He is dropping the hammer. I think the only time I'll see him again is in his Instagram posts. Mile marker 445. Great morning view. Sunrise, 7:03 in the morning. Mile marker 446. Mile marker 447. I really like the way you can see the trails ahead of you and behind you, and just spectacular views at every corner. Mile marker 448. Mile marker 449. Absolutely gorgeous morning. On the other side of that road is Agua Dulce, and gonna stop and get a late breakfast. Mile marker 450, and there's Dagmar. We took a break, talked to him a little bit. Everybody's trying to figure out their gear, and so he's trying to figure out his shoes. And look, lots of water. Mile marker 451. According to Far Out, this is a tunnel. I'll call it a culvert. And that structure in front of it is an interesting looking debris rack. So something tells me I'm gonna get my feet wet. They didn't build a pedestrian trail like on the Paw Paw Tunnel. We'll see. All right, looks like they got a lip at the base to walk on, so we don't have to get our feet wet. Beautiful arch culvert. Watch your step. Vasquez Rocks County Park, 1 mile. I think they have a Kaibo there. Made it through the culvert. There's the trail, and that's where it goes. So pulled off my socks and insoles, and I'm gonna walk the creek. Some pretty spectacular rock formations. Mile marker 452, going through Vasquez Rocks. Stunning. Found a picnic table at the park, drying out my stuff, and shook my tent out, and there's some remnants of ice. Vasquez Rocks. Really cool rock formations. So cool, quite a few movies have been filmed here. Blazing Saddles. I think they did some Star Wars scenes here. Right outside of Agua Dulce. So, I'm gonna go in there and try and get a lunch and keep going. Mile marker 453 off in the distance. Mile marker 454 at lunch at Maria's Mexican. Excellent service. They filled my water bottles for me. Very thankful. Mile marker 455. The trail is the road. Mile marker 456. Still on the road. Mile marker 457. Off the hardball. Going up. Mile 458. And there's Josh. Somehow I caught up with him. Maybe he was feeling sorry for me. But he's the only other person out here. Mile 459. About a half mile back. Signed in the register. And there is somebody about an hour and a half ahead of us. Mile marker 460. And we continue to go up. But grateful I'm not walking in that white stuff. Mile 461. And continuing to go up, although there's a little slant down. Gorgeous. Mile 462. And you can see the trail in front of me goes all the way over there and then back up there to the saddle. And thankfully I don't see any social trails from this trail straight up to the saddle. Don't cut switchbacks, and as the Donner Party says, don't take no shortcuts. Made it to the high point on today's hike, and in an unusual set of circumstances, the PCT actually goes over the high point. There is a bypass trail down there. If you were on the AT, that would be a blue blaze, and if you're taking the bypass, you're a blue blazer. So the trail kind of drops down that way. A couple more miles, I'll set up camp, but you can really see what's in store for the next 2 weeks. You know, crossing this ridge line, I don't know if that's the trail, but all the way over to the stand of trees, drop down, come down to Hiker Town, and then cross over the flat area, which is California Aqueduct, and then start going up. And we may run into a little bit of snow, but that could be a week away, and no rain is expected over the next 10 days. But wow, what a gorgeous view. Mile marker 463. Going down. Just met another hiker. He was set up just below the summit. A trail named Booney. He says he's done this section quite a few times, and his fastest time from Campo to Kennedy Meadows South, mile marker 702, was 21 days. Wow, that is some kind of fast. Closing out day 18 on the Pacific Crest Trail. Mile marker 464. About 20 miles today. Good weather. A little bit of breeze right now. Got my tent set up. Josh is over there behind the trees, and Dakbar, I think he dropped the hammer and kept going. Good night.